Kind of go through things here. I got my chairs and I got a cot. I got this pad. Carry a table with me. This is a volcano grill. I'll do something separate on it. It's really neat cooking system. You can charcoal, wood, propane, you know, just about anything. I carry this little My Buddy heater with me, just, I don't know, in case. Table, propane, that. Chairs, cot. Carry my Honda little generator, old school kerosene lantern. And then in the front of my trailer, this trailer came with a divider in the middle. I moved it and just made it stationary up here in front, so I could have a little, I can still haul 2 mules, but I got storage area, like a little tack room. It's a pain in the ass because the door is too narrow, but it's hard to get things in and out. But I got my hard panniers there, got my pack pad, my Manny tarp, sawbuck saddle. I've got my my lash rope and these soft panniers here, just for, you know, day trips. But when I go out overnight, I'll use the hard panniers probably, just because it kind of gives me a little table. You know, I don't like the hard panniers in the brush and stuff. Kind of makes it rough. Got my canteen. All right, let's go around to the other side. I'll put my saddle, my riding saddle, and my head stall up there. Also my dog food and my grain, or pellets for my mules. I'll put 2 bales of hay up on top and put a tarp over the top of that. I got extra gasoline for my generator, my toolbox. This is my charging bag. I got all my chargers for my collars, and I think for my headlamp. I got one of those big headlamps. I got some tie-out leashes that I'll pack with me in case I have any trouble with the dogs. I usually don't. And then all my collars, my Garmin collars, I got 8. I'll be taking 4 or 5 dogs, so I can, if I'm out too long and can't charge them, I can rotate collars out. Collars usually last a couple days, so that's 4 days. That's as long as I'm planning on staying out at a time. I got my good camera, and I got my beep beep collars in the Garmin bag. That's kind of ironic, and I'll put beep beep collars on a couple dogs, and I'll pack some of those with me. Got my guns and all my supplies in here. My sleeping bag's over there with a bivy sack. So that's kind of it. I got to put my dog dishes on top, put my dog food. Put sawdust in here for the hound dogs. 3 big compartments. Each one of these compartments can really hold 4 dogs, but I'll put 2 in each one, and 1 booger probably go by himself. And then my cooler, and I can put odds and ends in there too. And then up on top, got a spare for my truck, an extra spare for my trailer. I'll put my dishes, and I got a little step ladder. And I need to clean this out, but a lot of storage room. I could put my bales of hay right up here. It might be easier. Anyway, leaving my little camp. It's hard. I mean, I'm used to hunting right out of here. Well, last year I went and camped out down south and hunted down there and camped out of the truck, but it was still close enough where I stayed a couple nights in Cavallo and then went down there and stayed a couple nights. But anyway, it's a lot of work. I'm going to take off and go to northern Nevada and hunt for the next probably 15, 20 days, something like that. My brother-in-law and sister on a ranch up there. My brother-in-law's father runs a bunch of cows up in that country. I've been up there several times. I've hauled horses up there and delivered them, and gone and visited. I've never taken any hounds. I drove around, looked at the country, fished a little bit. It's real remote, it's different than here. I mean, not a lot of big timber, high sagebrush, a lot of water. Supposed to be really good lion country. At one time, it was supposed to be some of the best. I've been wanting to travel around and do some more hunting in different areas. You know, sometimes it's hard to leave this place. Shoot, I caught a big tom lion just not a half a mile over this hill. We've caught several bears, you know, from right over the canyon up here, you know, and it's kind of hard to leave it, but it's fun to look at new places. Chances of catching a lion, you know, going into new country like that is, you know, it might be pretty tough. But I went 2 years ago. I went down by Sanderson, Texas, and I hunted down there on a big ranch, big privately owned ranch. It was remote area, but kind of a controlled environment or controlled place. You know, it was a high fence area, but it wasn't considered high fence because it was just 3 sides, and it opened up into the Pecos River there. And we never caught a lion. We never really even trailed any. You know, I didn't see a lot of lion sign, but we had a good time. A bunch of good people. I was invited down there by some mule guys, and the owner treated us like kings. I mean, he was unbelievably nice guy, and I really enjoyed it. Country was kind of tough. I had a lot of dog pair. My dogs weren't used to that, and it made it really rough on them. You know, they just didn't hunt like they should have. Most of them just quit. But up there looks like some pretty neat country. You know, most of the guys up there snow hunt because they get such a good snowfall during the winter time. You know, I'm going to be dry grounding it. There's no snow up there right now, but that's what I'm used to anyway. I'm taking 1 mule or 2 mules. I'll pack one and ride the other. And this is different. I'm going by myself. I won't be hunting with anybody. I'm going to carry my Spot Messenger with me, and I'm going to put it on tracking mode, and I'll put a link up here. If anybody's interested, they can click on that and kind of see where I'm at, where I'm going. I'll probably, when I'm traveling up there and back, I'll probably turn it off before I get to wherever I'm going to stay, just because I don't want the booger man to come get me. But it should be fun. During the month of September right here, we're not supposed to have our dogs out. Everybody's, or the archery hunters are coming in here. They're not many in here right now, but first weekend there was a bunch, and you know, they're all dressed up in their fancy store-bought camouflage and their high-tech bows, and you know, and I don't blame them. We're out here, you know, or I'm out here all the time, and they're out here, you know, a few weeks out of the year, and they don't want, you know, a bunch of hound dogs messing up their hunt, you know. And I'm not saying that they would, but the possibility that, you know, they can mess up with whatever their hunting experience maybe. But so it's not a big deal, you know. As hunters, we all need to stick together. Sometimes they don't care for the hound doggers a whole lot, but you know, like I said, they got their deal and we got ours. So anyway, it's kind of a new kind of video I'm making. I don't know how, mainly for my YouTube guys, you know, but like, subscribe, and share. Follow me there. I'll also put a link up to that 4M ranch hunt. We're down in Sanderson, if you want to go to it. And I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'll try to video as much as I can when I'm out. You might follow me on Instagram or Facebook. If I have cell phone service, I'll be putting up some pictures and some short videos to that. I'll try to document the whole trip with a bigger video, for maybe 2 or 3 part video for YouTube. See how it works. I mean, there's not a lot. There's only a couple guys I know that make videos, you know, on YouTube or on the internet for hound doggers to watch. Here we go.